Hi, good evening. This is Jackie, my Apex Training BBC, which stands for Better Body Composition. I just want to take a minute and just explain what the BBC is about. There's a funny story behind this. So Apex Training's been around for a couple of years right now. And so when we became incorporated, our corporate compliance officer was saying, well, there's something to define you, because meaning there may be Apex Training Plumbing or Apex Training Industries. And so it was like, why don't we do BBC? In the weightlifting world, it stands for Barbell Club. And being that we want to be more encompassing of all our clients, I decided to just rename it into Better Body Composition, because we get so hung up on the scale. I wish how the people have like the mass burning event. I want to have a mass scale melting event, because a scale doesn't tell you like how much lean body mass you have. It doesn't really give you a true composition of your fat versus lean tissue mass. I mean, people think I've lost a lot of weight, but I'm still 162, but I just reformed it just through different training aspects, cardio, suspension training. I don't do like the heavy weightlifting like I used to, just because my two orthopedists and my primary care is like, hey, that's it, no more for you. So what do? I decided to coach full time. I figure if I can't do it, I'm gonna show someone else that can. And that's one thing that you can do with your passion, is find something you love to do and share it. That's the best way to make sure it keeps on growing, so someone else can enjoy that moment, that passion, the excitement of hitting that apex, but also the same time of the sorrow and the disappointment of hitting the abyss. And nothing really, I feel, best matches that than something through sports or through playing a musical instrument, being a tutor, because you're vested in not only in that activity, but that person you're trying to teach. And I find that there's no greater reward than that. So that's what I do right now. I've had over 90 weightlifting competitions, and it's not about me anymore. It's about what is it that I can pay for, what can I give forward. And it's true, we reap what we sow. So if we give out a little bit, we get back so much more than we know. That's not even, I would say, monetarily tangible. This is more intrinsic. This is like more where, if I find, like, for example, with a couple of our athletes, when our athletes meet their goal, whether it's for weight loss or whether it's to get them in like pinnacle shape for their wedding, or it's to get them to the point where they can like dart up and run after a kid that's trying to get away from her, that's their competition. So not everyone wants to be a weightlifter to get ready for the nationals, but like I said, there's someone that wants to be able to wear her fancy heels and her three-piece suit when she's a lawyer doing litigation and not have like knee pain. That's her gold medal. There's a gentleman that wants to be able to drop 50 pounds so he can keep up with his kid and not feel short of breath. That's his gold medal. So that's really what Apex Training is about. So it's defining what is your competition. It could be having that structure. I'm going to commit myself to training 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for an hour. And that's that person's gold medal. Fighting the sleeping in, trading that cookie for an apple, getting stuck in traffic, not blowing off steam. You're just like, oh, traffic's traffic. That'll just make you more tired. You just tell yourself, hey, I got to keep this in check, because if I don't, I'm gonna be too exhausted to train. Give yourself some time for you. When you do that, it makes everyone around you be able to feel the example you want to set. So be that person, be that king, be that queen, be that athlete, and do it. Don't let anything tell you otherwise. I have one athlete that's saying, I'm always bumping into things. And I said, you know what? No, you don't always bump into everything. But if you keep telling yourself that, you're going to believe it. Because we do become what we believe. I just say, well, obviously the door's just not big enough, for you to come through because you're so strong, Reframe that way of thinking. I hate the words. Hate is a very strong word. I find that 4-letter word pretty strong. But don't ever say always. And don't ever say never. Because we are with ourselves all the time. We can't leave ourselves. So be kind to yourself, be forgiving, all right? And it's the process. So That's what I want to say is keep at it, whether you're apex training, whether it's to do your best not to do overtime and be able to walk away from that desk so you can start spending time for yourself and your family. Your apex training might be, you know, staying the course, knowing that, hey, you had a slice of cake, you know, and you realize you didn't blow it. Just say, well, just get back on track. And don't feel like you have to go 1 to 2 slices, you know. Your apex training might be, you know, oh, you know, I was doing like 80 days sober and I had a beer. That's okay, you have 1 beer. Doesn't mean like all of a sudden you kind of do all of your 80 days. Just get back on it. It's like bombing in meat. It's not the last meet. It's not your last day. You know, just get back on track, you know. We are going to get pushed off track. That's what makes us stronger, is to fight to stay on it. Some push you fight to stay on it. Denzel Washington would say, if you fall down 8 times, get up 9, something like that, right? I think it's called a burpee nowadays in CrossFit. So do it, own it, live it, believe it. All right, this is Apex Training with Jackie Ma. I just want you to know that I do believe in you. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Embrace the day, all right? Because it's your 1440. Don't give it away. Not all of it anyways. All right, bye.